Greetings everyone, this is Danny from HarrTravel.com, your Norwegian cruise line experts, and today we have a name for Leonardo. She's gonna be the Norwegian Prima. We are so incredibly excited to get to see these first in-depth images of the ship itself. She's now on sale, so you can book right away. But what we've noticed and what we really love is that they've doubled down on the things that our guests, which of course are their guests as well, absolutely adore. They've moved the haven from the front to the back. I can't wait to share that with you. They've doubled down on the outdoor space. They say that this ship has the most outdoor space of any new cruise ship out there. And of course, they've taken food to the next level. And because this is the first ship designed under the full tutelage of Frank Del Rio, you're gonna see a lot of incredible ultra-modern, ultra-luxury touches, somewhat reminiscent of Oceania and Regent. So follow along as we dig in. And of course, if you wanna book your space, especially on those first couple cruises, reach out to us right now. It's ready to go. Over the last 6 to 7 ships, Norwegian has completely changed the way they operate, what they do. They've really doubled down on that incredible haven luxury experience. They've added features that nobody else has on their ships. But one thing that's really interesting about when they set out to create Leonardo class was that they decided to go smaller. These ships are actually much closer in size to the Breakaway and the Getaway than they are to the Escape, Joy, Bliss, and the Encore. Now what they've done is they've kept the things that people love. So they're 15% smaller, but they actually have quite a bit better space ratio. They have more outdoor space, so they've listened, of course, specifically to all of their customers who have asked for that. They've also doubled down on that outdoor dining space, and they've even moved where the haven is. Now, the haven on board Norwegian ships is really unlike anything else out there. We've seen some other cruise lines start to do similar things, but Norwegian pioneered it, and frankly, I think they do an incredible job with it. When I first walked on board the Bliss and I went into the haven, looking at that incredible forward-facing lounge, the outdoor and indoor haven restaurant dining space, the courtyard pool, I was completely blown away. I hadn't really ever seen anything like that because they took what was successful with the Breakaway, the Getaway, the Escape, and even the Joy, and they continued to make it better. Now, those of you who've watched us for a while know that I love the aft of the ship. That's my favorite room category. I love those aft-facing penthouses looking out at the ocean as you sail away. And Norwegian has now decided to move the haven from the front of the ship to the back of the ship. I couldn't be more excited about that. I can't tell you how many times I've had the conversation of, hey, I have that aft-facing penthouse, but then you got to go all the way to the front of the ship for the haven. You're not going to have to do that anymore. So I can't wait to see all of the details of the haven. But what we do know is, like I said, it's in the aft. They have an incredible sun deck with an infinity edge pool. Of course, they're going to have those indoor-outdoor dining experiences, and they've continued to elevate the haven product. It's consistently rated as one of the best ultra-luxury experiences on board a mega ship. Now, in addition to that, we've gotten to see a few of the rooms, just a few sneak peeks right now. We're gonna see all of that later. But those deluxe owner suites you can see right now has a hot tub out there on the balcony. And as you look up and down the images of the ship, it looks like they have hot tubs on all of those aft-facing penthouses as well, too. I can't wait to dig deeper into that, but that's something that my customers have been asking for years. In addition, they're gonna have the 2-bedroom villas, all of the things that have made them successful in the past. But by moving the haven from the front of the ship all the way to the back, you're gonna have a transformative experience that I can't wait to check out for myself. Now let's head down a few decks. One of my favorite features on board the Breakaway and the Breakaway Plus class ships is, of course, the Waterfront, that incredible dining and bar experience that's out on the water. So basically you can have indoor and outdoor seating at the restaurants. Well, they've really doubled down on this, and they've extended it all the way around the back of the ship. Let's start right there. You have the Indulge Food Hall. Of course, they're continuing their relationship with Starbucks, but what I love about this is they've created a food hall experience. I've thought for a long time that this is the future of cruising anyways. We're starting to see this from other brands as well, but that concept of having multiple options, grab and go food, I think is gonna be really incredible. In addition, you have hammocks, day beds, chairs, all kinds of things sitting on the aft of the ship. So previously on their other ships, there wasn't much on the aft. There were rooms, of course, but there wasn't much usable space. They've really taken it to the next level. Now, of course, the Ocean Boulevard continues around the sides of the ship. It's gonna provide a 360-degree experience for you. You're gonna have all of your favorite Norwegian restaurants. Anda by Scarpetta, that looks absolutely amazing. The decor is incredible. But what I love about this is that they've, once again, as they said, they've added more outdoor space than any other new cruise ship. They've added infinity beach. So these are infinity edge pools on the side of the ship. I don't know that I've actually ever seen that on a cruise ship before. So of course that complements the infinity pool on the Haven as well. But as you continue along, you're gonna have that pool deck experience down lower on the ship, up higher of course as well. But as you continue to walk around, you also have the ocean walk. Now this is that unique experience where you look down and all you have beneath you is glass and ocean. So if you're looking for a little bit of thrill, that may be a spot that you want to stop by when you're cruising on the Prima. Now, one of the first restaurant renderings that we're seeing is Los Lobos. This is the Mexican-style cantina on board. It's a delicious menu, but what I love is they've really gone all in with that decor. They've made those colors nice and bright, and you also have that indoor-outdoor dining. We totally expect this for all of those other restaurants along Ocean Boulevard, but we just wanted to give you a glimpse of this because it is so incredibly beautiful, like all of these images. Now, let's talk a little bit about the overall design of the ship. Now, this ship looks very different than any other Norwegian ship ever built. You'll notice that the hull is actually much more narrow at the front, so it looks a lot closer to an ocean liner like the Queen Mary II, for example, than it really does to one of their other ships like the Norwegian Encore. Now, these 6 ships, as they're built, they're meant to cruise the entire world, so it makes a lot of sense. Of course, this is probably an efficiency thing as well, too, for gliding through the water. But what we are so excited about is that this particular ship is going to start off in Europe. I expect her to go to Europe in the summer as we go forward. We really don't know that quite yet. But where she's going to be home ported after a series of unique cruises is Port Canaveral. So you can combine that with an incredible stay on the Space Coast or at one of the theme parks if you would like. But this beautiful ship is going to be sailing to the Caribbean, and every bit of the design looks perfect for that. Now, I mentioned earlier we have the first images of the Haven suites. They look absolutely incredible. We also now have our first glimpse at some of the other staterooms. So the club balcony suite, which before used to be called just a mini suite, so that's the M category that it starts with. This design looks truly revolutionary for Norwegian. I've never seen anything like that on any of their ships. And once again, that evolution and the tie-in. Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings owns Oceania, Regent, and Norwegian. And what I'm seeing with this ship is kind of the best of all 3 of those brands. The decor, the elegance, the elevated service, and of course, luxury that you have built in. But it's such a beautiful ship already. I cannot wait until we can get on board. Now, I don't have all of the information on all the rooms yet, but when I'm looking at the renderings, one thing that's very different about this class than I would see on the Breakaway or Breakaway Plus class ship is forward-facing balconies. So what I'm hoping is that some of those are those Haven forward-facing that looks like a huge balcony in there. But once again, they have taken the products that people love, they've listened to them, and they've continually perfected them. I've had so much respect for Norwegian that each ship that they've made has truly been an evolution. A lot of time cruise lines just make the cookie cutter ships. They're all the same, one after the other. This is not something that Norwegian believes in. It's definitely not something that Frank Del Rio believes in. And we love to see his personal touches all over this beautiful vessel. Now, as I mentioned, this ship is on sale now, and if you want to book one of those Haven suites or any of the rooms on board, you're going to want to do it as soon as possible. Now, what I really want to point out is that it is such an important thing to work with a travel advisor for a couple reasons, but this ship is totally different than Encore. And I have some customers that I know will be a better fit for Encore, may even be a better fit for the Star or the Pride of America or another ship in the Norwegian fleet. So that's our job, is to listen to you, dig deep, and find the perfect experience for you, your friends, and your family. Now, when you're ready to book the Prima or any ship in the Norwegian, Oceania, or Regent fleet, reach out to Harr Travel. We are your luxury cruise experts. We know the spaces inside and out. We have an amazing relationship with the cruise lines, and we know that we can help craft the vacation of a lifetime for you, your friends, and your family at an incredible value.